Hello there, my fellow humans, especially my fellow humans who love to connect with other humans. That is becoming very weird now. So, welcome to the Connect 0007 podcast, where I am your host, a fellow human being by the name of Thaddeus Sims, and this is the place where human connection is everything. Now, I want to talk about the subject of forgiveness. And I really want to go into this because one, my heart has been just like screaming at me saying we need to do a podcast on this. And I'm just like, okay, all right, let's do this while we're in the middle of other stuff. And here we are. So, forgiveness. Now, oh man, there has been some things that has happened around me recently. I'm not going to say to me, but around me that I have noticed. And it brings me back to a time in my life where I needed to really learn how to forgive. And I'm pretty sure everybody who listens to the podcast has experienced moments where people have done stuff, or even when we ourselves have done things to ourselves, and we need to either forgive others or forgive ourselves. Now, I've really come to learn on my journey that forgiveness is not for the other person or the outside source, whatever it is. And we've all heard this, right? The forgiveness is not for them, but it's for you. And that is very true. But I want to get realistic a little bit because none of us, we say that, but we don't really talk about like what goes on in that process of forgiveness. And I feel like we need to, I feel like I'm just going to voice it. And I'm just going to say it because some people can be really messed up. Some people can really piss you off. And to be honest, some people can do stuff that really makes you come out of character or bring you out of center. And sometimes that stuff can hurt for a long time, years, in fact. And I don't know if y'all ever been through it, but have you ever been so hurt by someone that the pain just seemed like it had no time? Like, what I mean by that, and I'm saying it weird, but that pain just feels as though it just was there for so long that next thing you know was like, whoa, it's been like 5 years since this person did that. But it's just been everlasting, like in like your world for that long time. Like you think about it, you feel it, you do other stuff, but it still comes back to you. And then it hits you like, wow, it's been 5 years, And I'm just throwing a number out because I know for me, I have experienced that where someone has done something wrong to me, or even myself, things that I've done. And I realize, wow, like this has been like 4 years or 5 years, sometimes 2 or 1. And I just want to talk about that particular process because we know the forgiveness is for ourselves. It's pretty much for us to heal. And y'all know that. I don't have to repeat that. So I want to just talk about that process of the forgiving part. So you go through whatever, person pisses you off, person hurts you, this, that, and the other. And you're just really, this is really like, upsetting you. Like it really bothers you. So, okay, what do you do? And I've come to find, I'm going to be honest, that everybody has to go through their process their own way. And all of us are different. Some of us, we can forgive like that. And I've gotten to that stage, but I would say that has been more recent than other things that have happened. And for some of us who still have that, I'm going to, for the lack of better words, have that hurt still, I'm going to say that's okay because you're probably still in your process where you still may need to hold on to it to see how, it's affecting you. You're going to learn later down the line, like, okay, this is really affecting me. It's going to hit you at some point. Okay, I need to let that go. But before you get there, it's like, okay, boom, this person, we'll just say Tom. Tom done said some very outlandish stuff, and it has really pissed me off. And it has really thrown me off. And I'm thinking about it every day. I will go home and be relaxed and doing my thing in the middle of creativity. And I'm thinking about what Tom did. And that shit is bothersome. And, at that time, yeah, I don't want to forgive Tom. I want Tom to, I want to get back. I want him to hurt like I did, right? Like we've been there, And after that, I feel like you have to go through that, at least once. You go through that, you want him to feel what he did to you. And some of us, we actually do that. We actually hurt other people. And I feel like all of that at some point is necessary for us to learn, okay, how this affected me. Okay, that was wrong. Or okay, that was petty, or whatever it is. And, once you go through all of that, then there comes that step of awareness where it's like, okay, I did damage. And then you're met with a choice. And I feel as though this is where a lot of people get hung up. You're met with a choice where it's just like, I need to do better, not only for myself. So one avenue is I need to do better, not only for myself, and maybe apologize. That's if you did the action, to hurt the person, and apologize. And some of us, the other road is, I don't need to apologize because he did it to me. So I don't care, but you still have that hurt, right? So there's two different avenues you can go with that. You can go the easy route and stay where you are with the hurt and then think it'll eventually go away, but it really doesn't. Or you can go with the hard route and actually apologize and work towards forgiving the person. I'm going to say work because we haven't done that yet. So I feel like that first step is like realizing, okay, I have a choice here to make. Which one am I going to choose? And I will tell you now, for the easy route, if you're not going to do it, I will tell you that is going to sit there, my man. That's it. You didn't really fix the problem. Really what you're doing is you just told yourself you're not gonna pay attention to it and you're just gonna forget about it. That's your goal, but it still comes back up. You're still gonna see that person, and when you see that person like years down the line, the first thought is how that person did something wrong to you. So it's really like you just brushed it under the rug and it has not been solved. And that's, unfortunately what most people go through. They do that. They do the easy route. Now for that hard route, man, where you decide, okay, I need to forgive this person. I need to maybe apologize. That can be very hard. But what I will tell you is it will have so much character growth for you that when you do it, I will say, do your part, because I feel as though a lot of us, we do certain things hoping to have an expectation or a certain result. And what you come to find, what makes it a bit easier is that there's roles to play. As long as you fulfill your role to the best that you can, that's all that matters. You're going to get your rewards and blessings and growth and all of that. And that's all you can do. Don't focus on the result of, okay, I'm apologizing. We're going to be real good. And that may not be the case. I will tell you, sometimes you may not be really good with the person, but the point of it is for you to do your role and, apologize if you hurt the person, communicate with the person. That's your role to do. Anything that happens after that, if it goes good, that's great. If it doesn't, hey, you did your part. Now, going through with that takes a lot of you have to build yourself up maybe emotionally to do it. Maybe take a lot of courage. It may take a lot of practice to still your emotions, because all of us have been through some deep stuff. And everybody's situation is different. So it may be unhealthy for you to even resume communicating with that person. So your situation may be so severe that it is very bad for you to talk with that person because of just patterns, things that may have happened. So in that regard, you have to be very aware of your situation, and what you have to do is forgive the person from afar. And that comes with talking with yourself. And let's just say, for an example, a very severe situation could be that maybe you were in an abusive or very toxic relationship. And if you talk to that person, it's going to be worse, or they may hurt you or whatever it is. So your part obviously is ending the communication with them, once and for all. And then having that sit down talk with yourself, like, you know what? I have this hate and I have these feelings, and it's not healthy for me. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to forgive him or her for what they did. And I'm going to do this for me so that I can work towards feeling better, because it's not going to be an overnight process, I will tell you. So I'm going to do this to get into that direction of feeling better. And I will tell you, it's going to be hard, and, some of us, we don't want to do that. We're emotional creatures. And when people do stuff, we want them to feel bad. But I will tell you that there are lessons and karma and all of that. And it's just best that you let them go through their karma and lessons, and you do what's good for you, and you work to forgive that person. And it is not going to be easy. I'm going to say that again. So what you're going to have to do is just start. And I want to say this to you because I know you've probably heard that before too, but I'm also like to get a little deep with y'all. I don't think I got too deep with y'all soon, in a while. So let me say this. I was just having this conversation with the one who has my heart. She's amazing. I was telling her that it is very good to release. And this goes with forgiveness too. It's very good to release, because what a lot of us don't know is that I'm probably saying it weird, but we affect our DNA all the time. We're literally changing our DNA all the time. A lot of people don't think that, but your emotions are so powerful that they can really affect your DNA. And you all know it can affect your health. But this goes down to a cellular level, and even how your body will function when you have a lot of pain, and it's like that is still in there. It's really like almost throwing, if your body is flowing, it's like you're throwing a big rock or a huge boulder, and it's affecting that flow. It's not flowing as well. And that's really what's happening to your body, your emotional state, your cells, how your body is just flowing, just your overall health. Like we know the health part, but just know this: your emotions do affect your DNA, and you can change your emotions. You can have your cells start creating better cells, like body repair. I ain't gonna go too far, but the gist is you can really do some awesome stuff with your body. But when we have something hurtful like that, that's in there. And believe it or not, let's say you have an offspring, that gets transferred down there to them too. You know what I mean? Like, because they have that pattern, because that's something you didn't fix. You'll notice when people say, wow, my kid is just like me, or, oh my gosh, my kid has this boy, he has an attitude problem, or she need to work on forgiveness. But it's just like, did you work on that forgiveness? You know what I mean? Because it's like they say, our kids are double than us or worse than us, something they say. But that's in there, man. That's in your genes. That's in your cells. Like, you can fix that. You fix that. Hey, you have offspring, boom, shoot, they might be more forgiving than you. Obviously, you teach them some stuff, but that's what I'm saying, guys. It can get very deep, and it's not just some surface level stuff. You're doing it for yourself, and it's very healthy for you. And believe it or not, that's what helped me. I'm all about my health, and I'm gonna go with power. I always talk about personal power here and there, especially with my close friends. you're going to hear me say personal power almost all the time, because a lot of us, we do give our power away, and not in the ways that you think it may be. Because you may think, oh, well, no, I don't give my power away. I am very strong, or, ain't nobody running me, or whatever it may be. But that's not just the only way that you give your power away. It could be with, the hurt. And what I mean by that is, when that person has wronged you or hurt you or whatever, and you find yourself constantly thinking of that hurt, that person has power over you, because they may not know it, but that person is on your mind every day. Your feelings are revolved around what that person did every day. So in fact, you are really giving a lot of power to him or her or the situation. You are investing your power into that. You are basically saying, hey, here, take this. And that was a big ass wake up. That was a wake up call for me. Like, whoa, I am really giving all of my energy and power to someone who doesn't even deserve it, which just really pisses me off. It's like, you don't even deserve this, and I'm giving this to you. You affected my day, and I'm giving this to you freely. Oh no, I can't do that. That's like basically saying, here, let me really bring this home for you. That's basically saying, like, this person has really hurt you. That's like you pretty much are going to work 9 to 5, sometimes 9 to 9 and 9 to 11. Like some of y'all are going out there, y'all putting that money in. That's like basically saying, hey, yeah, I done worked all these hours, but 75% of my paycheck is going to go to you. I don't like you. You hurt me, but I'm going to give you 75% of my paycheck just cause. But I'm gonna work on the 25%. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make that work. I'm gonna make that survive. But majority of my paycheck's going to you. Now imagine that. Imagine, just stop the podcast for a minute and think about that. Like, I am really giving this person 75% of my paycheck, and I don't even like this person. Can you imagine that? Because I don't know, those are some wake up calls for me. And I feel like a lot of us may need some of those wake up calls, like to look at it at a different perspective. Because, when we think of the hurt, we think of just us. Some of us may not even talk to people about this. And that's where I was. Some people will hurt me and they don't even know. And I'll see them the next day and whatnot. And those feelings would still be there. And it goes back to what I was saying, guys. It's not for them. It is for you. Now, moving forward a bit with that, I really hope y'all stop the podcast to reflect on that, because doing some wake up calls, boy. Oh my God. I wish I would go to work and get somebody 75% of my paycheck. I would be going to jail then, because I'm killing somebody. Anywho, it might be them. And then wow, I just thought about that. Then I'm gonna be really mad, because now I'm in jail because I done tried to kill you. I'm gonna have to succeed, but still, I done went to jail for this person. Wow. But and looking at it, I done gave up my freedom because of this one person. We can't have that. We can't have that. So forgiveness is gonna help avoid all of that. That was another wake up call right there. I gotta stop telling people I'm a threat. I gotta stop threatening people. I really do, because when I look at it, it's like, man, I am giving you power. I am basically almost, in my threats, I am almost attempting to give my freedom away because of you. You ain't worth. Anyways, sorry. I just had a moment for myself. That was an unedited, that was a real moment that I just had to myself. But anyways, okay, fast forwarding now. Let's just say now that you forgive the person, you've made that, it starts with the decision. I'm going to say that. Like you kind of move it, then it starts with that decision. I'm going to forgive that person. And what you do, I've come to find, and everybody's situation is different. This is just, an awareness for you guys. But I've come to find is when I make the decision to forgive the person, what immediately helps me is I have to ask myself, now, what did I learn? And that there immediately changes my mindset from hurt to learn. And when I learn, I feel better and I heal. So if this person hurts you or whatever, look at what you have learned from that. That person was a great teacher. You ain't asked for that teacher. Well, some of us did, but you ain't intentionally asked for the teacher, but you got the lesson. And that lesson could be very different. And one of the lessons I think, I don't know if I ever shared it in the podcast, but one of the lessons, someone hurt me really bad. And after some years, one of the biggest lessons I've learned was there was a whole new level of emotional strength that I did not know that I had, and personal growth. In very short, person hurt me. They hurt me really bad. They went through the same, what they did to me. They went through that with another person. Now, I grew a lot, that if that was to happen like 2 months after the person hurt me, oh, I would have been happy. I'm like, yeah, like you deserve every bit of that and more. I hope there's round two. But, over some years, the first thought was, after they told me what they were going through with the individual, the first thought was, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for you, because no one was there for me. And I wish someone was, so I decided to be that person, that I needed someone else to be for me. And it didn't hit me until after I helped them that I was just like, wow, I just sat here and helped the person who really hurt me get through something that they did, like that the person did to them. They did that to me, and I'm helping them get through that. And it was just like a wow for me, like, oh my gosh, that was a whole new level of strength, because I really don't think I would have been able to do that, after the person, hurt me. So whatever it is that you're going through, you have to be real with yourself. And that's the biggest thing too. You have to be willing to be open and real with yourself, and ask yourself, what is it that you learned? Did you learn that you may have contributed to the pain that happened to you? There was maybe some errors, some flaws in the way you did things? You have to be real with that. And don't deny it, because a lot of people be like, well, I just don't understand. I don't understand why this happened to me. All I did was this, and this. And no, that wasn't all you did. There was other stuff that you ain't really paying attention to as well. So, you really have to be real with yourself. And that's one of the biggest things that I had to do. I really had to sit down, be real, ask myself, what the heck what did I learn? What did I contribute? Now that and once you do that, that's going to be a process too, guys. Let me also say this is going to take some time. Let me throw that in there. Time is going to be your best friend. Like they say, time heals all wounds. Sometimes it don't feel like it, god dang it, but it do. Them 2 years, 5 years, it seems like it lasts forever. But after a while, you'll get through it. But you're going to have to, you have to be real with yourself. And you're going to have to ask yourself that. And you're going to have to be willing to be open. And once you get through that, you learn, okay, I learned that I did this. I did X, Y, and Z. Now comes after you learned what you did, then you have gave yourself the ultimate present. And that present is to be aware to change, to do something different, and to get through it. And you'll find yourself thanking what the person did. You'll find yourself thanking that individual for the hurt or whatever that they did. And I know that's like that was bold. What you mean? And when you're in the middle of it, this sounds stupid. This sounds like I lost my mind. But when you're in the middle of it, I promise you, I understand. But when you start to work yourself and you get out of it, you'll start, I'm telling you, you're going to start thinking the person like it sucks the way it went down, but that was the biggest lesson you got. Now, even then, it's still going to be hard, but after a while, that knot in your chest or wherever it is that you hold that hurt, it'll start to go away. It'll really start to go away. And then progressing, that's when I say the healing really starts to kick in, when you're starting to feel the effects of it, when you're thriving and you feel better. And then once you start applying those lessons, you'll be able to be aware of what it is that, you needed to learn. Now, I will say this. I'm gonna have to go a little deep for you guys too, because a lot of people don't really like to hear this, but I'm gonna tell it to you because you don't want to hear it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So it's gonna be in that subconscious. Now, I'm gonna start it off like this: believe it or not, because you have the free will to not believe it, and that's okay. But I have come to the understanding, looking at the what is it, the micro and the macro of life stuff, is I've come to find that when people have done certain things that have really rocked my boat or world, I have come to learn that those things needed to happen. And I'm later on down the line, I'm very thankful that it did. And I've learned that those things are necessary in life. I notice how I'm saying it slow. Like I'm probably stepping on a lot of toes. But these things are necessary in life because those are our greatest teachers. So just in case you didn't hear me, I'm gonna say it in a simple way. That y'all get it. All this stuff was necessary for you to grow. Baby girl, baby boy. That's pretty much what I'm saying. All that stuff that they did, yeah, it was for you. It was for you to grow. Now, how you take it, you can either hold on to the hurt or you can grow from it. And it goes back to those two choices I said earlier. It's what you gonna do. You have those choices. The ball is in your court, guys. That's really what it is. The ball is in your court. You can choose to stay stagnant and hurt, or you can choose to go through it and learn from it. And what I will tell you is, yeah, you're not gonna forget it, and that's okay. That's how you learn. That's how you learn the lesson. But I will tell you is over time, you'll develop into the person you're supposed to be as part of that development process, and you'll learn that you'll be able to forgive easily as things happen, because you'll learn that it's not worth holding on to that hurt because it's going to affect you. And I'm gonna just say this again with the hurt. That hurt leads to a bunch of stuff. I don't think I said too much. I said it's, gets in your DNA, but that hurt leads to a bunch of stuff. That hurt will believe it or not again, but holding on to that hurt will lead to it. That's gonna have to come through somewhere in the body. Your body holds certain energies, certain emotions, and it will affect certain body parts different ways. So some of y'all might be out there just getting sick as a dog on a regular, and y'all just thinking, it must be the pollen or something. Nah, baby, it's them emotions that you didn't work on. That's what that is. But if you want to go with the pollen, then we'll go with that. Some of y'all may have some aches. Some of y'all may have some pains. And basically your body is saying, bruh, fix this. That's what your body's telling you. Like, it ain't doing that to stop you. It's saying, bruh, you fix this. Fix this, I'm going to get right. But, we want to go with, the seasons change. So, I'm feeling a little, down. Let me go ahead and take it. It's like, no, baby, just go in that dark room in your house and heal. And you'll start noticing that blood pressure starts to flow, I'm just saying that water start hitting differently when you start, to heal. I'm just going to throw that out there. But a lot of us don't want to hear that. But here it was said. Now, going to what I was saying, though, balls in y'all court is what it comes down to. And over time, you're going to forgive. It'll be easier to forgive because you don't want to go through all of that. You don't want to have that hurt. And you'll find that person, they'll go through whatever they need to go through, whoever wronged you. Not saying to look forward to it, though. I'm going to be 100% honest because all of us are humans. We want them to go through it. Hell, to be honest with you, there was plenty of times where I wanted karma. I honestly was about to help karma. I was going to say, baby girl, you can take a seat. I will handle this for you. I wanted to do that, But and hell, let me be really honest with you. There are some times when people done wronged me, and I was like, you know what? I would pray. I'm like, I just pray that whatever it is for them, I'm not gonna speak nothing, because when you speak stuff over other people, that's gonna come to you. I said whatever happens to them, I'm just praying, if the source is feeling willing enough that I witness it. That's all I'm asking. Just let me witness it. I'm gonna do my best not to enjoy it. 1,000%, I'm gonna do my best not to enjoy it. But I'm just asking for a seat, front row seat. But hey, if I'm not to, then I guess not. But hell, if I am, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And that sounds bad, but I'm being honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was me back then. Like I wanted to witness it. While still, having my little halo on my head, but I just wanted to witness it. And I know half of y'all out there wanted to as well. I know half of y'all was just like, man, I hope that karma just beautiful. And I will tell you that karma has done some things, boy. And I'm just like, ooh, I ain't even think of that. I was like, look at that. It is so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my people who listen to me and they're Christian, but just know I was at a different point in my life. So forgive me when I say this, but back then when stuff happened to the person that hurt me, I was like, oh, look at God. Look at him. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? And I'd be smiling like, won't God do it? Because he showing up did. He did what? They did what? What? Go ahead, God. Look at you. And I would just be smiling. They'd be like, what's going on? Like, and it's bad, guys. It's like, so what happened? I'm like, God came through. And he was like, God blessed you. I'm like, yes, he did. It wasn't that physical, but boy, he blessed somebody else. And I was just so happy to witness it. People thought I was talking about the nicest thing. And I was like, boy, y'all don't understand. It did things for me. But that was me at a different time. So we're going to do this. The podcast is about being authentic. That is one of the main values we have on the podcast. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. That was where I was at. But I have changed now. I don't do that. I can say that. I don't do that now, I just let whatever happens. All I can do is do my role by forgiving and keep it moving. That is just how I do it. And you will get to that step too, guys. You're going to forgive real easily and you're going to keep it moving. You ain't going to forget, but you're going to keep it moving. Somebody do you wrong. Oh, okay. You did this. What is my lesson here? Okay. I felt this way. Okay. What did this make me aware of? Boom. Got the lesson. Talk to my sources. Was this it? Confirm it. Yes. Apply what I need to apply from it. Done. Now it's automatic. I keep it moving. The person may come and apologize. The person may not even know they did it. But I don't even ask karma. I don't even pay attention to their karma. I just say thank you and I keep it going. And that right there, guys, like once you master that with forgiveness, it just gets so much easier. So the biggest takeaways from this podcast, guys, is when it comes to forgiveness, you have choice. Ball's always in your court. You can choose to hold on and be hurt, or you can choose to go throughout the hard way. Like I said, it's the harder way. Go through that, get what you need, heal, and learn whatever it is that you needed to learn. And you'll start to see that these people are presenting opportunities for you to change and become aware. And as you do that, that forgiveness factor will just be easy. Your DNA, your cells, all of that, your kids, if you choose to have them. If not, your dog will be very happy. And you're just going to keep it moving. Now, that's that for this podcast. My heart literally was just telling me like, yo, we need to do this. So I listened, and that's the biggest thing, y'all. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. Listen to all of that. And, you'll be surprised. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but apparently we had to talk about forgiveness. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed my little rants, my other stuff, whatever that I added in this podcast. I appreciate you all so much, and you all have a fantastic rest of the week. And I will be seeing some of you all soon. Alrighty, later.